Right friends, welcome back to fourth session of question and answers in banking awareness. So we are discussing various questions in banking awareness. Look at the first question. Department of Economic Affairs is part of which of the following ministries? Department of Economic Affairs. It is a part of Finance Ministry. Finance Ministry has got 5 departments. You can see in this slide. Department of Economic Affairs prepares a budget every year. Budget is prepared by Department of Economic Affairs, whereas Department of Financial Services, entire banking sector is under Department of Financial Services. Banking sector is under Department of Financial Services, whereas budget is prepared by Department of Economic Affairs. Right friends, look into the next one. When banks accept a fixed sum of money from an individual for a definite term and pay on maturity with interest, the deposit is known as term deposit. Banks accept a fixed sum of money and after agreed period they pay not only principal amount but also the interest, then this type of deposit is known as fixed deposit. We have already discussed in detail about various fixed deposits, recurring deposits in our lecture part. Right friends, look into the next one. In CDR, D stands for, what is CDR? CDR is corporate debt restructuring. Corporate debt restructuring. What is corporate debt restructuring? Corporates will get loans to the tune of 100 crores, 1000 crores, 500 crores, something like that. Corporates will get loans to the tune of 500 crores, 1000 crores, something like that. But there may be genuine reasons. They have taken loan of 500 crores, but environmental clearance was not given by government. Forest clearance was not given by government. Coal mine was not allotted by the government. Under such circumstances, which are beyond the control of the corporate, then that loan amount will be rescheduled on easier terms. That is known as corporate debt restructuring. When the things are beyond the control of the borrower, then restructuring of loan on easier terms is known as corporate debt restructuring. This was brought in the year 2001 and this is applicable when the outstanding loan is more than 10 crores. And this is applicable for syndicated loans. Syndicated loans means when 5 banks came together and gave the loan. Under such circumstances only this corporate debt restructuring scheme is applicable, and the CDR was brought in the year 2001. When things are beyond the control of the corporate, then rescheduling the loan with the easier terms, that is the main purpose of CDR. Look into the next one. Where is the headquarters of International Monetary Fund? International Monetary Fund is headquartered in Washington DC, and this along with the World Bank, these are headquartered in Washington. These are the 2 institutions established subsequent to the Second World War. Subsequent to Second World War, several countries were badly battered. In the Second World War, several lives were lost. Several countries were badly battered, economies were battered, and the reconstruction of these countries was the topmost priority. After the Second World War, to take care of these exigencies, World Bank was established. At the same time, International Monetary Fund was also established. The main purpose of establishing International Monetary Fund is to take care of exchange related problems. One country has got one currency, other country has got other currency. There may be problems related to exchange. So, to take care of exchange related problems, International Monetary Fund was established subsequent to the Second World War. Headquarters, please don't forget, Washington, and at present 188 countries are members of International Monetary Fund. Look into the next one. Whenever somebody needs foreign currency against Indian rupee, you are going to USA, you require United States dollars against your Indian rupees, and banks give equal amount of desired currency based on the prevailing exchange rate. Many times you hear $1, 1 US dollar is 63 rupees, 64 rupees, 62 rupees. The name given to this is exchange rate. Please don't forget, exchange rate is the rate at which various currencies are converted. Various currencies are converted, that is called exchange rate. Next one, which of the following is not a scheduled commercial bank? Scheduled commercial banks are different from development finance institutions or refinance institutions or sectoral finance institutions. If you look into here, HDFC Bank, it is commercial bank, Axis Bank, it is commercial bank, IDBI Bank, it is commercial bank, though in the public sector. But NABARD, you see, NABARD is a development financial institution. You can say it is a sectoral development finance institution to develop agriculture and rural development, to arrange finance or to streamline finance into agriculture and rural development. NABARD was established. So, NABARD is not scheduled commercial bank, it is a development financial institution. Strictly speaking, NABARD was established as a sectoral development institution to develop agriculture as well as rural development. It channelizes finances, or otherwise you can call it as a refinance institution. It arranges finance at low interest rates to banks and financial institutions, that is refinancing. So, the main purpose of NABARD is to assist in agriculture and rural development. It is not a commercial bank. Please look into the next one. Which of the following act is specially launched to facilitate banks and financial institutions in recovery of bad loans? For recovery of bad loans, a SARFAESI Act was brought in the year 2002. If some bad loan is there, some corporate has taken 500 crores of loan, he is not paying. This SARFAESI Act was brought in the year 2002. It is applicable for not only banks but also to financial institutions. Right, friends? Look into the next one. The financial results of banks and other organizations are normally expressed in quarters. Every quarter you will have balance sheets, profit and loss accounts, and Q1 means first quarter, that is from April to June. Every quarter companies, public limited companies release their balance sheets, and quarter 1 means the first quarter of the financial year. The financial year starts from April 1 and ends on March 31st. The first quarter is April to June quarter. Please don't forget, April-June quarter is the first quarter. Look into the next question. How many banks were nationalized in July 1969? When first nationalization took place, 14 banks were nationalized in the year 1969, a daring decision taken by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and subsequently 6 banks were nationalized in the year 1980. Look into the next one. Which of the following is called Bankers Bank in India? Reserve Bank of India, all of you are well aware, Reserve Bank of India called Bankers Bank. And please look into the next one. Whose signature does a 1 rupee note bear? Please don't forget, the 1 rupee note will have the signature of Finance Secretary. The signature of Reserve Bank Governor is available on notes of rupees 2 and above. Reserve Bank Governor's signature is available on the notes of rupees 2 and above, whereas rupees 1 note will bear the signature of Finance Secretary. Please don't forget. Some banks are financing projects like construction of roads, bridges, construction of roads, construction of bridges, construction of airports, construction of shipyards. These comes under infrastructure development. When banks are giving the loans to such type of projects, financing such projects comes under infrastructure development. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. Subprime lending refers to if banks are lending to customers, who does not have standard credit status. In the year 2008, in several countries in the Western world, subprime crisis arose. Banks gave loans to the customers who are not credit worthy. Under such circumstances, banks collapsed. Subprime lending means lending to the people with less than standard credit status. If a person has got a house of worth 10 lakh rupees, the real worth of the house is rupees 10 lakh. But if bank is giving loan of 15 lakhs, the actual cost of the house is 10 lakhs. If bank is giving loan of rupees 15 lakhs, it is categorized as the subprime lending. Because when banks lend more than the credit status, that comes under subprime crisis. That comes under subprime lending. Look into the next question. Which of the following organization or agency works solely to monitor and arrange flow of agricultural credit in India? NABARD is established to channelize resources towards agriculture as well as rural development. NABARD was established with a view to channelize resources towards agriculture and rural development. Similarly, SIDBI was established to channelize various resources towards giving loans to small businesses. NHB was established to channelize resources towards housing development or to channelize resources towards housing development companies. So, like that, these organizations are developed. So, NABARD is basically to channelize the flow of credit towards agriculture and rural development. PKI, I stands for, PKI is the public key infrastructure. It is the secured infrastructure. When the digital transactions are taking place, nowadays money is being transferred through digital transactions. Public key infrastructure is the secured infrastructure of transferring various transactions digitally. Right friends, look into the next question. You can open bank account through a letter issued by a gazetted officer along with the attestation of photograph. There is a provision in the guidelines issued by Reserve Bank of India. Anyone can open bank account. If you are not able to produce KYC, you can still open bank account through a letter issued by a gazetted officer along with the attestation of your photograph. If a gazetted officer issues a letter with the attestation of your photograph, you can open bank account, but you should produce Know Your Customer within 6 months. Know Your Customer is nothing but it looks at identity proof as well as address proof. Identity proof is, if you are Mahesh, bank has to make sure that you are Mahesh. If you are Mahesh, bank has to make sure that you are Mahesh. If you are staying in Greater Kailash Delhi, bank has to make sure that you are the resident of Greater Kailash Delhi. ID proof and address proof. This is KYC. Banks can still open bank accounts if you are not able to produce KYC, but KYC is to be produced within 6 months. This provision is optional. Banks may or may not implement it, but this is as per RBI guidelines. Look into the next one. Who issues commercial paper? Commercial paper is issued by high rated corporates. We have already discussed. Minimum is 5 lakh rupees. High rated corporates having credit rating of A2 can only issue commercial paper. Commercial paper is the short term loan taken by high rated corporates from market. Certificate of deposit is by banks and financial institutions, whereas commercial paper is the paper issued by the high rated corporates to take short term loan. Right friends, look into the next one. Lending by one corporate to another corporate. It is intercorporate deposits. If a big corporate goes to bank, if a big corporate goes to bank, he can get loan from bank. But if a small corporate goes to bank, he may not get loan. Many times, he may not get loan. Under such circumstances, one corporate may borrow from big corporate. Small corporate or small businessmen may borrow from big businessmen, that is intercorporate deposit. ICD means intercorporate deposit. Look into the next one. Jaitapur nuclear power plant is situated in. Jaitapur is in the west coast of India. It is in the Konkan region of Maharashtra, and around 10,000 megawatt nuclear power plant is going to come up in Maharashtra with the assistance of France. Please don't forget, Kudankulam is Tamil Nadu. Kudankulam in Tamil Nadu is coming up with the assistance of Russia. Jaitapur is coming up with the assistance of France. Look into the next one. There is intense debate over scrapping of AFSA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act. That act belongs to 1958. When army is deployed in civilian areas, they will have special powers. That is Armed Forces Special Powers Act. This was proclaimed in the year 1958. There is intense debate going on with regard to the continuation or repeal of AFSA. Right friends, look into the next question. Article 370 of the Constitution pertains to Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir became integral part of India under special circumstances subsequent to our independence, and Indian government brought up special article conferring special powers to Jammu and Kashmir. That article is article number 370. Please don't forget, article number 370 gives special powers to Jammu and Kashmir. Next one, which of the following is headquartered in Hyderabad? IRDA, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. IRDA was started based on IRDA Act of 1999. IRDA was incorporated in the year 2000, started from April 2000. Headquartered in Hyderabad, it regulates insurance business. IRDA headquarters is Hyderabad. Look at the next one. Who heads the Financial Stability and Development Council? Who heads the Financial Stability and Development Council? Here, Financial Stability and Development Council was established based on the Raghuram Rajan Committee report. This Financial Stability and Development Council was established based on the Raghuram Rajan Committee report. Raghuram Rajan Committee gave the report in the year 2008. This Financial Stability and Development Council came into existence in the year 2010. Finance Minister is the head of this Financial Stability and Development Council. Other members are Economic Advisor, Chief Economic Advisor to Government, Finance Secretary, Secretary of Department of Financial Services, and heads of various regulators, RBI Governor, Chairman of SEBI, similarly the heads of FMC, IRDA, and the head of PFRDA, the heads of all the regulators, along with top officials of Finance Ministry. These are all members of Financial Stability and Development Council, and the head of this Financial Stability and Development Council is the Finance Minister. Please don't forget. The regulator for collective investment scheme. The regulator for collective investment schemes. What is collective investment scheme? Collective investment scheme is when money is collected from several members with one particular cause. Money is collected from several members, and invested in plantation. These type of schemes are called collective investment schemes. Please don't misunderstand with chit funds. Chit funds are regulated by state governments. As several people are collecting in the name of chit funds, in the name of Nidhi companies, drawing a dividing line between collective investment schemes or chit funds or Nidhi schemes becoming difficult. That's why fraud in this type of schemes is increasing day by day, because chit funds are regulated by the state governments. Nidhi companies are regulated by the Corporate Affairs Ministry. Collective investment schemes are regulated by SEBI, right? Please don't forget, collective investment schemes are regulated by SEBI. And with this, let us conclude the fourth question and answer session. Please do join for fifth session. Have a nice day. Thank you.